Maybe on the end, Chris. All right, can everybody hear me? Okay, welcome to the RCHS Class of 2026 Scholarship Awards Night. My name is Chris Shannon. I'm the president of the School District Foundation Board. Some other members that are here with us tonight are Greg Okenauer, he's our vice president, Kathy Maloney's our secretary, Jamie Warren and Jamie Bruckner are our treasurers. We've got our school board representative, who is Scott Bailey. Terry Monk's not with us, but he is director. The district administrator, Steve Ward, is the boarding director, sits in on our board. And our IT officer is G. Love. So your year is just ending, but our school district foundation board year is just kicking off. This is our first event of the year. We're also involved with homecoming. We're currently, with homecoming, we honor our outstanding alumni for the year. We're currently looking for nominations. So parents in the audience, if you've got former classmates who you feel like would be a good person to nominate, parents, anybody who graduated from the high school, we are looking for applications for our next outstanding alumni. Feel free to reach out to any of our board members. After my little plug for the School District Foundation Board, you guys want to give away some money? Ready? Okay. All right, so let's start off. Tonight we've got Ryan Monkey and Liz Perkins. They're going to be giving us the Wisconsin Technical Excellence Scholarship and the Wisconsin Academic Excellence Scholarship. And before they start, we're going to try something different this year. After you give your scholarship, what you're going to do is you're just going to announce the next person on here. We're going to see if we can keep this thing moving tonight. If you have not checked in with our guidance department yet, in the corner they'll have certificates and they'll have the thing for the students if you haven't gotten that already. Otherwise, let's go.
Good evening, everyone. It's kind of far away for a shorter person, so I'm going to scoot it up just a little bit. Good evening and welcome to the Class of 2026 Scholarship Night. This is always such a fun and exciting night for our seniors, as many are awarded for their high achievement and involvement within our school district and community. Our students are very blessed with the generous donors who give to these students' futures as they leave these doors at RCHS. And for that, we are very, very thankful. To keep the evening rolling, we ask that you come to the scholarship table to be ready when the award that is two people before you is ready to be given out. I'll start the evening out by presenting the Technical Excellence Scholarship. The Technical Excellence Scholarship is awarded by the state of Wisconsin to a Wisconsin high school senior who has the highest demonstrated level of proficiency in the technical education subjects here at RCHS. This year's recipient is Mr. Logan Felton. The next scholarship I'll present is the Wisconsin Academic Excellence Scholarship. This award is given to the student in the class of 2026 with the highest grade point average. This student has worked very hard all 4 years of high school and has made it look easy when we all know it is not. This year's valedictorian and recipient is Mr. Kiernan Culver. Next up, we have the Baraboo Elks Lodge presented by Joe.
Thank you and good evening. I would invite Gwendolyn Knable. Come on up. Congratulations, Gwendolyn. You are the recipient of the National Most Valuable Student Elks Scholarship Award. You can be proud to be selected for this award through the Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks. Every year, our organization funds and supports benevolent, educational, and patriotic community-minded programs in such fields as benefiting special needs children, sponsoring Elks National Foundation scholarships, scouting, athletic teams, veterans work, and a national hoop shoot free throw contest involving more than 3 million children. We work with physical and occupational therapy program and patriotic programs. Congratulations. The next scholarship will be presented by Bob and Sandy Toten. Bob Toten.
Good evening. It's an honor to be here. The scholarship that I'm presenting is given by my wife Sandy and I in the name of my best friend from high school, Tom Waneke. Tom and I graduated in the class of 1966. Sandy graduated in 67. We both, Sandy and I, value the great teachers and the staff that we had as students here at Richland Center High School as we were growing up. As I went on and went to college, I went to college at Platteville, became a teacher, and retired from Neenah High School back in, well, I guess it's been 23 years ago now, although I've kept on coaching and kept in touch with kids that long. While I pursued my education and got married, Tom Waneke joined the Air Force. He served in Vietnam, and when he returned home, he married a California girl by the name of Evie. They settled in Stoughton. They had 2 boys, and he was starting a career in finance at that time. At the same time, Evie's mom and dad passed away, and he took in Evie's brothers to help raise them. Unfortunately, within 2 years after he did that, he passed away. He had a heart disease that we didn't know about, so he's only 35 years old. He was a very special man, a man that we would like to honor with a $1,000 scholarship to someone who wants to become a teacher. Some of the other criteria for that include having a good grade point average, of course, 3.2 at least, to be involved in at least 2 or more different co-curricular activities, someone who has given back to their community, someone who has established themselves as good leaders, and having strong character, and of course the financial need. I'm proud to present this scholarship in remembrance of my good friend Tom Waneke to Elise Stefan. This scholarship is also renewable next year. The next scholarship being given out at this time is the Outdoor Family Scholarship.
Hello, my name is Kim Neef. This is my daughter Cassidy, and we are here to present the Outdoor Family Scholarships, which are given in honor of my father, Cassidy's grandfather, Alan Dewar. Before I introduce the scholarship, I would like to congratulate all of this year's graduating seniors on your many accomplishments and upcoming graduation, and wish you the best of luck. Take pride in how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go. The Al family gives 2 annual scholarships in memory of Alan Dewar to students who wish to carry their passion for academics, athletics, and school pride to the college level. Though Al graduated 70 years ago this year, the attributes he displayed as a Hornet are the ones we're looking for in his scholarship awardees. He graduated in the top 10 of his class, and he excelled in football, basketball, and baseball to such an extent that he occupies a spot in the Richland Center High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Al turned down offers from Major League Baseball teams so he could follow his college dreams, earning an undergrad degree in business from UW-Madison and a master's degree at Marquette. Before he passed away in 2017, he set in motion this annual scholarship to help his fellow Richland Center high school graduates follow his path. My dad often talked about how much he loved Richland Center and how special it was to grow up here in the 1940s and 50s, and how proud he was to be a Richland Center high school graduate. He hoped that his scholarship recipients will, like him, forever remain Hornets at heart. I have 2 scholarships to present. They are $5,000 each. The first scholarship is for Mason Meyer. The second scholarship is awarded to Rainey Walsh. The next scholarship is the American Legion Auxiliary Scholarship, presented by Cheryl McDermott.
Good evening. The American Legion Auxiliary, Unit 13 from Richland Center, is giving away 2 $500 scholarships this evening to Ella Cairns and Rainey Walsh. The next scholarship is the American Legion Post 13 Helen Toms, presented by Greg Cook.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to present the 3 scholarships this year from the American Legion. Helen Toms Scholarship Memorial. Our first one is going to be Ella Cairns. And next is going to be Logan Feldman. And last will be Rainey Walsh. And up next will be the Athletic Booster Club Scholarship, presented by Karen Barico.
Hello. The Richland Center Athletic Booster Club gives out scholarships each year to students who are active in athletics and volunteer their time to help the club in their fundraising efforts for the athletic program. This year, we're giving our scholarships in memory of Lewis Wilson, whose family requested donations to be given to the Booster Club when he passed away last year. The number of scholarships and dollar amount given varies each year depending on the number of applicants and their level of activity within the Booster Club. Preference is given to student athletes who volunteer at concession stands, help at our annual Sting Night, and sell our duck and calendar raffle tickets. This year, we are pleased to give scholarships to the following students. I request that you hold your applause until we get them all up here. McKenna Anderson, Wyatt Banker, Abraham Botsworth, Kieran Culbert, Brady Dosh, Danica Pauls, Cruz Salazar, Giovanni Cerna Mata, and Ryan Stadler. The next scholarship will be Backroads Church.
Good evening. Pastor Eddie could not be here tonight, so I'll be proud to present the Backroads Scholarship to a student that I get to see every day walking the halls. They're always smiling, always involved, always lifting people up, so they're very deserving of this award. The recipient of the Backroads Church Scholarship goes to Brindalyn Knable. Next up, we have the Boaz Lions Club, presented by Marlon Clark.
I'm Karen Welch, and I'm the secretary from the Boaz Lions Club, and Marlon will present the scholarships tonight.
Good evening. Graduates, I can't believe it's been 4 years. Richland, 4 years. Congratulations. We're that little town that's over the hill, I think that way. Boaz Lions, our mission is to serve. And by serving, we try to support our community. We try to support others that may need help. We also support Lions International, which helps with disasters around the world. And through our fundraisers, which you support, we're honored tonight to give 3 scholarships. The checks tonight are for the first semester, $250 each, and then there'll be another $250 for second semester. First.
Our first recipient is Brady Dosh.
Our second scholarship goes to Ethan Bindle.
And the last one, the third one, goes to Tatum Razor.
On behalf of Boaz Lions, thank you. We appreciate your support. And this is one of our ways that we can show back to the community. So again, thank you. And the next present is Brady Ewing Family Scholarships. I know he's waiting. Tough act to follow there. Good energy. Like it. Well, first up, this is the Brady Ewing Family Scholarship, and congratulations to all the graduates. I can look across all the chairs and have come in contact with a lot of you, whether it's in the weight room, on the football field, here in the school, in the community, and incredibly excited for you as you catapult into the next step, whatever that is in your life. Really, the vision of this scholarship was Richland Center means a great deal to us, my family. Both my wife and I, Rachel, went here to school, and I can remember sitting in your chairs at this event many years ago, back in 2008, and kind of wondering what the heck was going to be next in my life. And a lot of people in the community have supported me on that journey and on this night. And our hope is to be able to be a small part of that and give back to you all, and hope that you will carry that forward as you can in the next stage of your life too. This year's recipient of the Brady Ewing Family Scholarship, I didn't know it at the time when we had chose the scholarship, but means a great deal to me and my family. The kid I got a chance to coach in the running back room, in the weight room, and watch his growth and progression throughout his career, and just incredibly proud of him. And to the point where my kids actually, talk about Brady Dosh and talk about wanting to emulate him, and a great mentor and role model for them. So seeing him do his thing on the football field, out the next day, helping officiate flag football, just incredibly proud of this young man. I'm excited to see what he does in the next phase of his life at Ewing Platteville. Congratulations, Brady Dosh. All right, you're stuck with me again here. So next, presenting the ROC, the Sharon Pansky Memorial Scholarship. Typically, I've had Gail Pansky, Sharon Pansky's sister, here with me, but she wasn't able to make it tonight. So, like I said, you're stuck with me. Some of this auditorium were fortunate to know Sharon Pansky. Sharon passed away March 25th in 2023 after a courageous battle, an inspiring battle with uterine cancer. Sharon was an athletic trainer here at Richland Center High School from 2004 to 2022, and I'm thankful that my path got to cross with Sharon during that time from 04 to 08 and then beyond. Sharon wanted to give something back to this community of Richland Center that had given so much to her during her time here in Richland Center. Sharon loved the Hornets and chose to create this scholarship in her own memory. And Sharon always wanted to leave this world and her athletes in a better place, and I can personally attest to the fact that she did that in mine and others that I was fortunate to be around. Sharon can work magic with her recommendations for exercises, getting in for a last-minute x-ray, or helping take your ankles or lending ear when you're going through boyfriend and girlfriend troubles. I lived that one out too. But Sharon could only do as much as her athletes would accept. Sharon had the infamous rock in her athletic training room that said, "You can't fix stupid." And that's what the scholarship's named after. She would reference it often and as needed with her high school athletes when they would do silly things or wouldn't listen to her recommendations. She would just point to the rock and say, "You can't fix stupid." So many student athletes had taken pictures with that rock through the years here at Richland Center High School, me included. So rightfully so, Sharon wanted her scholarship to be called the ROC Scholarship in memory of Sharon Pansky, and to commemorate that rock and her time impacting so many athletes here in this community. All right, so the first of these awards, this is from Gail. Gail wrote this and shared it with me. The first of the awards this year will go to a young lady who had was a four-year athlete in volleyball and softball, and also played basketball. In addition, they are a part of the Badger Girls State in 2025 and active in the National Honor Society. Compassion and kindness are central to this person's future and goals.
They have already received certifications as a CNA and plan to pursue nursing, specializing in labor and delivery at Monroe State University. Sharon would have been impressed by your passion and commitment to helping others. She would be honored to support you as you begin your college career. It is my honor to present this year's The Rock Scholarship in memory of Sharon Pansky to Tatum Razek. So our second recipient of Sharon's The Rock Scholarship displayed a strong background in academic success at the high school, extracurricular involvement, including 3 sports, FBLA, weight room involvement, along with showing leadership traits through his athletic involvement and work in the community. I can attest to this young man's tenacity, his focus, and his leadership, not always by words, but by the actions that he put forth day in and day out in the weight room, on the football field, in many different ways. He's also pursuing a secondary education at UW-Madison, and that places near and dear to my heart, but more importantly, Sharon's. And I can't wait to watch this young man's journey in the next chapter in his story as well. So it's an honor to present the Rock Sharon Pansky Memorial Scholarship to Ethan Biddle. Thanks for your patience with me. Next up, we have the Buena Anderson Memorial 4-H Scholarship presented by Carlene Craddock.
Thanks, Brady. Speaking of being a hard act to follow, I don't know how you follow Sharon and stories of Sharon. As a parent of a former Hornet athlete, I remember many fond stories that came home of things that happened in that weight room. So thank you for bringing back those smiles tonight. So I have the honor of presenting a couple of 4-H scholarships tonight. The first one is in honor of Una Anderson, who was a longtime 4-H volunteer. Sewing was her passion, and she taught many young people to sew. In her memory, her family has donated funds to an outstanding 4-H member for the 4-H clothing scholarship, and tonight's recipient is Brindlin Knievel. The second scholarships that I will be presenting tonight are from the 4-H Leaders Association. It's a countywide organization supporting the Richland County 4-H program. They recognize 4-H members for their leadership and their service to the community. This year we have 3 exceptional students who have excelled not only in 4-H but also in school and the community. Please join me in congratulating Eliza Wertzma, Kaylin Morris, and Brindlin Knievel. I get the fortune of working with these young ladies, so it's a real privilege to present their scholarships. You may notice my name is also on the program for the Richland County beef producers, but there is a member of their board here tonight, so let me introduce Steve Banker for the presentation of that scholarship.
Good evening, my name is Steve Baker. I am a current board member for the Richland County Beef Producers. Each year, our organization gives scholarships of $400 depending on the number of applicants. This year, I believe we did 8 scholarships for $400. This year's recipient of the $400 scholarship is Wyatt Banker. All right, and skip down, I am also going to do the Richland County Sheep and Goat Producers. I am the current president. We have 3 scholarships we're going to give away tonight. One for $200 to Brandon and Mabel. And 2 for $150 to Eliza Wertzema and Wyatt Banker. And our next scholarship will be the Richland County Meat Animal Sale presented by Tim Wood.
Good evening, everyone. I'm a representative for the Board of Directors for the Richland County Meat Animal Sale Committee. This is our 20th year in giving out scholarships. This year we are giving out 7 scholarships, 3 here at RCHS. If you've ever been to the county fair, you notice all the work that the young 4-H'ers and FFA members put into their projects, and this is a way that we can give back to some of those members. The committee takes a commission on the sale of the meat animal sale project, and we take that commission, we give out scholarships, we make improvements to the barns at the fairgrounds, and etc. So if you've ever supported the sale, thank you. We encourage anyone that's never been to the Richland County Fair meat animal sale to please attend and support the young 4-H and FFA members in the county. Scholarship recipients were chosen based on involvement with the meat animal sale at the Richland County Fair, along with scholastic achievement, leadership, and overall involvement with community. Our first recipient of a $750 scholarship is a young lady that's been active in the sheep and rabbit project. She always has a smile on her face and always willing to help fellow exhibitors. Please help me in congratulating our first scholarship recipient, Eliza Wertzman. Our second recipient of a $750 scholarship is another young lady that has been active in the sheep and beef projects, along with way too many other projects that I can't even keep track of. I don't know how she does it all. She gives her time to help other 4-H and FFA members to exceed and excel at their projects. Please help me in congratulating our second scholarship recipient, Brindlin Knapp. Our third recipient of a $750 scholarship is also the Richard and Shirley Rasmussen Award winner. The Rasmussen family contributes $500 of the $750 towards the scholarship. This young man has been active in the beef and sheep projects. You can usually spot him at the fair wearing a cowboy hat. Please join me in congratulating our third and final recipient, Wyatt Banker. Our next scholarship is the Chuck Albaugh Senior Memorial Scholarship presented by Liz Burns.
I'm here to present the Chuck Albaugh Senior Memorial Scholarship in honor of my dad, who lost a courageous battle of cancer 7 years ago. My dad loved music as he was involved in several bands as I grew up, loved talking and laughing with people any chance he could get, and loved lifting people up and making them feel important and noticed. The person receiving this scholarship has many of these same characteristics and was an easy choice for our family. This year's recipient is Mr. David Dedune. Angie Edwards. Sorry. I'm here presenting tonight for City Utilities. As a locally owned nonprofit, City Utilities of Richland Center works to support and enrich our community. Student scholarships are one way that we can do that. So the recipient of the $1,000 scholarship goes to Ethan Bodendine. Then we have 3 $500 scholarships. Taylor Words. Arizona Bailey.
Yes.
And David Dadoon. And the next presenter is Miranda Willig from Community First Bank.
Hi, good evening. My name is Miranda, and I'm here to present 2 scholarships on behalf of Community First Bank. Each year, we are honored to recognize a local student who not only shows academic promise, but also a strong sense of community spirit. Someone who reflects the values we hold dear: hard work, integrity, and a commitment to making a difference. Our recipients have shown outstanding dedication in the classroom and beyond, and we are excited to support them on their continued success. Tonight, we are pleased to present Community First Bank $500 scholarship to Haley Rothway. And then my second scholarship goes to somebody that's worked with Community First Bank. We adore her. Each year we award students that work with us. Tonight we would also like to present one to Brenda Knable as well. Okay, next to present is Daughters of the American Revolution by Karen Cope.
Hi. I represent the Daughters of the American Revolution. And it's my pleasure to give an award to Brenda Knable. The next one is Diane Brunson Honor.
Good evening, Richland Center Hornets class of 2026. My name is Jessica Johnson. I am here to present a scholarship in honor of one of my favorite people in the whole world. Her name is Diane Brunson. You may have heard of her. She is a very special person who has been taking care of children for many years in Richland Center. Diane ran a family child care where children and their families alike came to be loved, taught, and made to feel special. I was one of Diane's last children in her daycare. Mom says that Diane helped raise me. Though we don't see Diane and Meryl every day, they will always be a part of our family. This scholarship is not only to honor Diane and the devotion she has given to the children in our community, but also to honor a deserving student who also went to Diane's when they were a young girl. This RCHS graduate is a person who has many interests for their future. They'll attend school at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire for speech, language, and hearing services. This year's Diane Brunson Honor Scholarship goes to Leah Chambers.
Next up is the David Tybus Memorial Music Scholarship presented by Daniel Tybus.
First off, congratulations, class of 2026. My dad, David Tybus, or Mr. T, as hundreds of former students knew him as, dedicated more than 30 years to teaching instrumental music and sharing the love of music that meant so much to him. I'm sure he couldn't wait to have my brother and me as students until he realized I wasn't exactly the star pupil he expected. At lessons, we had to report practice time. Every time it got to me, he'd say, "Dania, practice time 0, let's move on." And for those of you who had my dad for band, I can proudly say I was probably one of the only students that got to play fidgets 3 years in a row. Even years after retirement, my dad could still remember former students by name and instrument when he saw them. After he passed away in September 2023, following a courageous battle with prostate cancer, our family wanted to honor both his memory and his lifelong love of music. The David Tybus Memorial Music Scholarship was created to support students who share that same passion. Whether through participation in music at Richland Center High School or by continuing their education in music or music education. We hope this scholarship helps carry his legacy forward for years to come. I'm honored to present the David Tybus Memorial Scholarship to 2 graduating seniors tonight, Leah Chambers and Abraham Bosworth. The next scholarship is the Delta Kappa Gamma Lambda chapter presented by Rachel Schultz.
Well, congratulations, class of 2026. What a wonderful evening it is to celebrate all the accomplishments that are coming to an end and to a beginning of a new career. I'm Rachel Schultz, and tonight I'm representing the Lambda chapter of Delta Kappa Gamma. Delta Kappa Gamma is an international organization that supports women educators. Part of what we do is promote professional and personal growth, and we promote excellence in education. We used to give this scholarship to a UW Richland campus student, but when the campus closed, we had to come up with a different plan. So I'm here tonight to hand out a $500 scholarship to a high school graduate. You may have heard about Delta Kappa Gamma because we are the ones that sponsor the Young Authors Contest and the Literary Contest. So if you've entered in the book contest and won, you have been part of Delta Kappa Gamma's projects. Although that we would really dearly love to have the recipient become a professional educator, we also believe that post-secondary schooling is really critical to promoting citizens who will participate in their communities. So with this in mind, we hope that you grow into your future and all of your professional plans. It is my honor to award the $500 Delta Kappa Gamma Scholarship to Elise Staffsling. Good job. The next scholarship is the Emmett Richard Hansen Scholarship, presented by Carol Lemke.
Hi everyone, my name is Carol Lemke and I'm one of the school counselors here at the Richland Center High School. I'd like to thank you all for being here this evening and also want to say congratulations to this amazing group of students. They are an extremely hardworking class and they should be very proud of themselves. I also have the privilege of introducing some of the scholarships this evening on behalf of the donors. So this scholarship is established in loving memory of Emmett Richard Hansen, a sweet 7-month-old baby boy who passed away unexpectedly on March 27th, 2025. Through the gift of organ donation, Emmett was able to donate his heart and kidneys, saving the lives of 2 individuals. In his honor, Emmett's family is awarding 4 scholarships to students pursuing careers in the medical or skilled trades fields. This reflects the passions of his parents, his mother, a nurse practitioner, and his father, a construction company owner. This year's recipients are Leah Chambers, Grayson Clement, Madeline Muller, and Wyatt Baker. And next we have the Grateful Scholarship, Hillary Burns Kite. Good evening. Congratulations. Thanks. On behalf of the family of Beverly Pittman Burns, I am grateful to be presenting this scholarship in memory of my mom. This year's recipient was chosen largely due to their intended vocation in trauma-informed care. My mom walked alongside many women, children, men, and families during some of the most difficult times of their lives in this community. Through her work in 20 years of passages, her faith fueled her work and her own self-care. I present this year's Grateful Scholarship to Sylvia Schmidt. Next up is Lance Maloney Memorial Scholarship with Kathleen and Laura Maloney.
Good evening. It is a pleasure to be here tonight. First of all, I want to congratulate the class of 2026 on your accomplishments. I know each of you have had a time in your life when it felt like it would be impossible to overcome an obstacle. That is exactly how my family felt on April 6, 2023, when my brother Lance Maloney passed away suddenly from an unknown heart condition at the age of 28. One of my favorite quotes is, "There are no regrets in life, just lessons," by Jennifer Aniston. In life, striving to live with no regrets and making the most of it is what the race of life is all about. Lance lived his life to the fullest. A piece of advice I have for you is to learn from your mistakes, but live your life to the fullest. This recipient shared the stage with Lance and is also very involved, just like he was. Her last sentence in her application brought us to tears when she responded, "I will continue to spread Lance-like love as the world needs more of it." I know this graduate is going to make the world a better place. This year's Lance Maloney Memorial Scholarship recipient is Ella Cairns.
Next will be Courtney Heisel for the People's Community Bank Scholarship.
Hello, my name is Courtney Heisel. I'm the new location manager at the People's Community Bank here in Richland Center. On behalf of the People's Community Bank, we extend our congratulations to all the 2026 graduates from Richland Center. People's Community Bank is committed to supporting students with an interest in business, finance, management, and marketing, helping prepare them to become future leaders who will strengthen the communities we serve. We offer a paid internship program for students pursuing business-related fields after their junior year of college. In addition, we provide annual scholarships to high school students to support their educational goals. I am pleased to announce that we will be gifting this year's $500 scholarship to Maggie Keller. The next presenter is PEO Chapter R, presented by Susan Hallett.
Good evening. My name is Susan Hallett, and I'm the Education Committee Chair for PEO Chapter R in Richland Center. Each year, our chapter has the honor of supporting a young woman in our community who is preparing to take her next steps in education. Chapter R was organized in 1925, nearly 100 years ago. And from the beginning, our members have been committed to encouraging women as they pursue their educational goals and dreams. We are part of an international philanthropic educational organization dedicated to helping women advance through education while offering a strong network of support through scholarships, loans, and grants. This year's recipient of the PEO Chapter R Scholarship will be attending the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point to pursue a degree in graphic design. We are very excited to see where creativity and hard work will take her. On behalf of Chapter R of Richland Center, it is my pleasure to recognize this year's $500 high school scholarship recipient, Maya Steinitz. Maya, we congratulate you and we wish you every success as you begin this next chapter. For the presentation of the Chapter R Rosalie Wheat Memorial Scholarship, I'd like to introduce Sharon Wheat, daughter of Rosalie Wheat.
Thank you. Congratulations on starting the next chapter. My mom was a big believer in scholarship. She was raised very poor in rural Arizona, and it wasn't until she was partway through high school that they even had electricity that wasn't off a gas generator for running water at the house. And that was the only way she was going to become a nurse was if she got a scholarship. And she was one of 2 people in the whole state of Arizona that got an American Legion Auxiliary Scholarship that year. So that set her on the path, and it's always been very, very important to her ever since. So this is the last, it was for 3 years for $500 each year, and this is the last year, the scholarship. And this year's scholarship recipient is Riley Spencer. The Richland Center Education Association with Jill Plonka.
Congratulations to the class of 2026.
My name is Ms. Jill Plonka, and as a member of the Richland Center Education Association, I'm pleased to award the scholarship to a student who is planning on pursuing a degree in education. A college professor once said, "Almost any school will give you a good education if you work hard. It just doesn't matter that much. Pick one because you like the size or the area or because you can afford it. Then go enjoy it. Study hard and don't party too much. Find your people and make some lasting friendships. Just go and be happy. It doesn't matter where." This recipient has had an extraordinary high school career. Not only is she a top student academically, but she has excelled in the music department and was in nearly every other organization the school offers. Additionally, she has been a staple performer in the plays and musicals at the school and in the community. I got to know the student during her freshman year when she participated in the Battle of the Books and Civics Quiz Bowl, and actually her team qualified for a state in Quiz Bowl. This year's recipient of the $300 RCEA scholarship will be pursuing a degree in English education at UW-Platteville. Congratulations, Elise Stossel. Our next presenter is the Richland Crime Stoppers, Carrie Gander.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carrie Gander, and I am the president of the Richland Area Crime Stoppers. Really happy to be here tonight because it's the first time we have ever offered a scholarship, and it's just making us so very happy to be able to do that. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Crime Stoppers. The Richland Area Crime Stoppers have been in existence since 1987, so there's been a lot of work throughout the years to help with crime in Richland area. The thing with the Richland Area Crime Stoppers is that we invite citizen input when it comes to solving crimes in the community. I'm sure you've all heard of us, and it's also, we can also do this via the telephone line, the hotline, or through the new P3 app, which allows crimes to be reported via texting. This has been our main focus for all these years. But this year, our group decided that we wanted to become more involved in community activities and support more people, excuse me, within the community. We have done several things throughout the school here. First of all, we sponsor a Quick 50 program, which is something like the Crime Stopper telephone line, whereas students can report incidents totally anonymously, and if it leads to some kind of corrective action, they can get that $50 reward. In addition to that, yes, it was us. We paid for the vape detectors in the school. So this year, I'm so happy that we are able to provide a scholarship for one of our students from Richland Center. And it is my great pleasure to present the very first Crime Stoppers Scholarship to Sylvia Schmidt. Our next presenter will be Officer Wilson with the Richland Center Professional Police Association.
Smiles up here. All right, Community Resource Officer Jared Wilson here to present the Richland Center Professional Police Association Scholarship. I'd like to say congratulations, class of 26, and I wish you the best going forward. For the scholarship, we're looking for a student who has interest in criminal justice. This is Officer Elizabeth Deidelhoff. She's here to help me present this award. Duty call, but she was able to wrap it up quickly, professionally, and she's here to help us out.
The police department works hard to build relationship, with the community, and one of the ways that we can give back to the community is through a scholarship through the Professional Police Association. So we're happy to provide a student that is interested in pursuing a career in criminal justice, and this year's recipient is Chloe Hyde. The next scholarship is presented by Joanne Hansen.
Good evening. It is my honor to present the Class of 64 scholarship in the amount of $500. And I must say, one of our requirements is to be related to a member of our class. Well, we're all 80 this year, and it's probably great-grandparents that he has to be, or she has to be related to. But there was one recipient, and I'm so proud that we could give this to Grayson Clements. And the second scholarship is Ruth Dobbs Scholarship in the amount of $500. Ruth Dobbs was my husband Kenny's aunt, and she was a school teacher for many years, over 36 years, mostly teaching in one-room schools. I'm sure none of you remember that. But she was a wonderful lady, and she never had any children of her own. She was married, but she considered all of her students her kids. And she was just a gem and left all this money, so I'm happy to give the $500 scholarship to Maya Steinis. And the next scholarship will be the Richland County Bank, Jarrett McDonald.
Good evening. On behalf of the Richland County Bank, happy to be here. Congratulations to all the soon-to-be graduates. Each year we give away 6 scholarships to an area that we've identified in our marketing area, to local and area high schools. One of them is River Valley. I don't go to that one, so don't kill the message. But we want to give back to the community as much as we possibly can, any way we can, to all the local civic organizations as well as scholarships. So this is one of the ways that we get to do that at Richland Center High School. This year's recipient of the Richland County Bank Scholarship is Logan Phillip. The next scholarship for Richland County Bank is a traveling scholarship, and this one started off as the brainchild of Brian Moore a long, long time ago, and we we were noticing, and this is before the housing meltdown, we were noticing that a lot of people were thinking spend first and save second. So we wanted to create a savings program to try to teach kids to save. Think save first. Especially when you're heading into college. You need those extra funds and you try to think to save first. So therefore we created this 6'5" money bunny. He is a real rabbit. Everybody asks who's in the suit, and it's a real rabbit. I don't know why anybody can't understand and get their arms around it. So each year, so it's a traveling scholarship. So when you're part of the savings program, it could be at any one of the other high schools. This particular recipient happened to be at Richland Center High School. And I watched him grow up. I actually know his parents pretty well, and I can honestly say that it's a good recipient here. And that goes to Brady Dodge. Brady's high school batting average was higher than his father's. I'm also, this next scholarship is for the class of 1938. I'm not a member of the class of 1938. But if you think about it, if you do the math, they were born in 1920, 1921, right around there. But I did go to their 69th class reunion, and we met several times before that, so I managed the money for this group. And I remember at the initial meeting, they wanted these scholarship funds to go on forever. And I'm like, no, you can't. We have to give it out, all out at some point in time. I said, you remember, how much was a movie when you went to high school? And they're like, well, the silent movies were maybe a nickel, a dime. I said, well, movies now are, at that time, $10. I don't know what they are now, probably $20. So, and then it clicked. The scholarship that we give away, it's going to get eroded by inflation. That, of course, is what's happening. So it is always kind of neat to give away the scholarship. If you look at the class of 1938, you had Gen X, you got Gen Y. I don't even know what all the gens are now. But this class is known as the greatest generation. So this class, if you read a book by Tom Brokaw called The Greatest Generation, came up in the Depression. Not a housing recession, a depression. Red Lines, Works Progress Administration, read your history books, it's in there. They lived it. And so they became very, very thrifty people as a generation. They went into World War II, fought World War II, came out of World War II, had a lot of babies. Hence the baby boomer generation. But the greatest generation is this class of 1838 sits right in the middle of the greatest generation. And I strongly encourage anybody, if they want to read that book by Tom Brokaw, Greatest Generation, it is a great read. So I'm left with figuring out who represents somebody born in that generation, what kind of values. And out in our area, it was rural values, good quality values. And so it's hard to pick a candidate to compare the generational differences. But this year's recipient is Gracie Clemens. The next recipient is Ken Lewis. Ken was an instructor of mine, but not of the class of 1938. So Ken Lewis with the next presentation.
Representing the class of 1968 in Jarrett. You might have to come up and give our scholarship away after a while. You won't have nearly as many nice things to say about our class, though. The class of 1968 is happy to continue in its 9th year to give a little aid to high school graduates seeking to continue their education. We had 173 members in our graduating class. And though we have held events to raise money for this cause, it is through the donations of a good number of our class members who believe in this cause that we are able to continue and hope to continue for years to come. Therefore, we are happy to announce that our $1,000 scholarship for 2026 goes to Tatum Razin. And next is the RCHS Student Leadership Scholarship presented by Tanner Bailey.
Good evening, everyone. This is much scarier to present in front of parents than it is the students. So enter the shrug and the struts. Here we go. Today, I'm honored to present the RCHS Student Leadership Award to two students who have shown what it means to be a student leader within Student Council, NHS, and/or Key Club. Our first student is someone truly deserving of the title of being a leader. He not only leads with honor and compassion, but also through his faith and service to others. He has been involved in many things, and no matter what it may be, his name is always mentioned as someone trusted that anyone can go to for help. He leads through his faith, being involved in summer service projects and leading lessons for Students Standing Strong, a non-district sponsored faith-based organization. He leads with compassion and heart through Student Council, always listening to the needs of our student body, and leads in service with his participation in the National Honor Society. If I could have Mason Meyer, please. Our next student is someone who is following in the footsteps of his grandpa, his father, his brother, and is now carving his own path. He served as the Student Council and Key Club president. He has always stepped up and been the first one to say, "What else do you need from me, Mr. Bailey?" His willingness to do whatever it takes to put on the best event the student body needs is on his forefront of his mind every single day. He has also been a crucial part in helping bring our communities together through homecoming and other community events. His leadership role at this school has not gone unnoticed, so it is a great honor and privilege to present the 2026 RCHS Student Leadership Award to Kieran Coleman. I thought I was done. Never mind. I'm grabbing more. It's my great honor also today to present this year's Red Cross Scholarship to a student who has demonstrated exceptional leadership, compassion, and commitment to service. Ella Cairns. Throughout her time at Richland Center High School, Throughout her time at Richland Center High School, Ella has been a driving force behind some of our most successful community initiatives. Most notably, she has played a vital role in hosting 3 blood drives on our campus. But she didn't just show up, she led. Ella worked directly with student donors and volunteers, organized schedules, coordinated logistics, and helped ensure each event ran smoothly and was well attended. What sets Ella apart is the way she leads, with a perfect balance of intelligence, compassion, and pragmatism. She listens, she plans, and she cares. And when challenges arise, she meets them head-on with calm, thoughtful solutions. I've had the privilege of witnessing Ella's growth over the past couple years with my time here at RCHS, especially here during her senior year, as she stepped confidently into roles that require initiative and maturity beyond her age. She has not only earned the respect of her peers, but also the admiration of faculty and community members alike. So today is with great pride that we award this year's Red Cross Scholarship in the amount of $1,100 to a truly deserving scholar, Ella Cairns. Our next presenter is the better half of Julie Kepler, Mr. Ron Kepler for the Richland Lions Club.
Congratulations, students. On behalf of the Lions Club, I'd like to thank the community for all the support that you give us throughout the years for the various projects we have. That helps us raise money for the scholarships. We have a scholarship for Ella Cairns. Dobbs. Brindle Canoe. The next presenter for the Richland Grant Telephone Co-op is Neil Clark.
Thanks, Ron. Mark Storms is unable to be here this evening as a board member for Richland Grant Telephone. It's an honor to be here this evening representing Richland Grant Telephone as well as its subsidiary Genuine Telecom based here in Richland Center. And it gives me great pleasure to join everybody here in congratulating the class of 2026 here at Richland Center High School. So good luck in your future endeavors. This year, Richland Grant Telephone, along with its subsidiary, Genuine Telecom, has a privilege to be offering and presenting two $1,000 scholarships to graduating seniors from here at Richland Center High School. The first recipient has a goal of, through their education, becoming a pediatric occupational therapist, Ms. Madeline Mullen. And our second $1,000 scholarship provided by Richland Grant Telephone Cooperative will be an aspiring teacher in either the English or social studies area, as he will be attending UW-Madison, Mr. Kieran Culver. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Brian Holmes, a board representative for the Richland Hospital.
You may notice I'm not Brian Pauls. Brian's not here this evening, so we're going past the Richland Hospital Scholarship. And I'll be presenting the first annual Ryan's Root Scholarship. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, students, and faculty. Tonight, our family has the opportunity to bestow a financial blessing on one individual of the graduating class of 2026. On November 19th, 2024, our family lost our son and brother, Ryan Chambers. We cannot and will never be able to describe the emotions and heartache experienced from this. However, those emotions are often coupled with memories of how special Ryan was. His smile and laugh would light up a room. His compassion and kindness was infectious. He had an ability to encourage and lead others. He was able to make others feel important, heard, and seen. In short, Ryan lived with an altruistic spirit. After Ryan's passing, our family started a nonprofit organization, Ryan's Root, to carry on his legacy. Our aim is to engage in acts of kindness in the Richland Center area, fund local scholarships, and help young adults ages 16 through 25 through times of transition and change. This scholarship is intended to shine a light on one of your fellow classmates who displays these qualities. Staff at Richland Center Schools were asked to nominate a student they felt embodied characteristics that Ryan had. Students do not need to be attending a post-secondary education path to be nominated. We were honored and humbled to read through the various ways students are lifting others, supporting friends, being a shoulder to cry on, or to lean against. It truly is a blessing to know many of you are seen as shining lights by those who see you daily and can attest to your character. As such, Ryan's Root would like to present our first annual Ryan's Root Care Like Ryan Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 to Mr. Mason Meyer. Up next, presenting the Sandy Reeds Memorial Scholarship is a wonderful lady and neighbor of mine, Judy Barnacle.
Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2026. I have the honor of presenting the Sandy Reeds Memorial Scholarship. Sandy Reeds was the first female to receive a degree in industrial arts and the first female to be hired as an industrial arts teacher in the state of Wisconsin. Sandy worked for over 20 years in the Richland School District. During those years, she taught industrial arts, science, math, and was the coordinator for the Gifted and Talented program. She was a strong, determined woman with many talents, never afraid to try new things. She was always up for any challenge. Unfortunately, she lost the challenge of cancer at the age of 51, 20 years ago, in 2006. Her family continues to have fundraisers each year, bowling, golfing, whatever, in honor, raising money for Grace and for this scholarship. This year I have the honor to present the Sandy Reeds Memorial Scholarship to Elise Staffsling. I am also representing St. Mary's Parish Council of Catholic Women. On behalf of the St. Mary Parish Council of Catholic Women, try to say that 3 times fast. It is my great honor to recognize 3 outstanding seniors who have exemplified Christian leadership through their commitment to parish life. These individuals have not only served our community with humility and grace, but have also inspired others through their faith in action. I am proud to present 3 $500 St. Mary PCCW Involvement Scholarships to Abe Bosworth, Ella Cairns, and Taylor Woods. And next up, I don't have the sheet. I think it's the Sherman Memorial Scholarship.
The programs keep walking off on us, so hang with us. The Coyle family could not be here tonight, so I'm here to present the Making a Difference Award. This year's Scott and Cheryl Mackenzie Sherman Making a Difference Award is a scholarship that is voted on by staff at here at RCHS. There's a rigorous voting process, and the teachers vote on 3 separate occasions, and the list of students nominated gets smaller as they make it through the voting process. This scholarship is not based on highest GPA or activities, but rather which student represents kindness, empathy, and great character. The student selected for this award is given $5,000 a year, up to 4 years, and they must attend a post-secondary institution. The Richland Center High School is thankful for our students to have this opportunity. We continue to strive to have students who value the importance of kindness and making a difference in our schools and community. This year's recipient is Mr. Mason Meyer. This year, the Scott and Cheryl Mackenzie Sherman Scholarship offered a second Making a Difference Award to a student who will be going into the workforce after high school and doing an apprenticeship. Just as the one before, it goes through the same voting process with staff here at RCHS. The award is in the amount of $15,000 and can go towards purchasing tools or any other needed things to complete the apprenticeship. The student receiving this award is kind, humble, and caring, and shows compassion and acceptance to everyone. This year's second Making a Difference award goes to Mr. Nolan Thompson. All right. Next up, we have the Southwest Technical College Scholarship with Kay Wood.
Good evening. My name is Kay Woodkey, and I'm honored to be here tonight representing Southwest Tech, recently recognized as the top two-year college in the nation by the Aspen Institute. This recognition reflects what we value most: access to an education, student success, and strong outcomes. At Southwest Tech, we serve learners of all ages, from high school students getting a head start to recent graduates to adult learners looking to advance or change careers. No matter where someone is in life, we are here to help them succeed. Every student completes a student success plan, which maps out their path through college, creates a personalized financial plan, and prepares them for a career after graduation. This plan also serves as their scholarship application, helping remove barriers and making access to funding easier, and the results speak for themselves. Our graduation rate is 54%, nearly 20 percentage points higher than the national average. And 5 years after graduation, our students earn nearly $14,000 more than the average new hire in our region. That means our graduates aren't just finding jobs, they're building strong careers and strengthening our communities. Scholarships play a critical role in that success. During the 2025-2026 academic year, Southwest Tech awarded over 500 scholarships, totaling more than $500,000, including both direct high school graduates and returning adult learners. While we weren't able to recognize all recipients during last year's ceremony, we are proud to share the full impact of that support. In 2025-26, we awarded $6,500 in scholarships to last year's graduating Richland Center High School seniors, and over $14,000 to non-direct graduates in the Richland Center area. We also know that financial need can be a barrier, and we are making a difference. One of the ways we do this is through a rolling scholarship awarding process. There is no traditional applications. Students simply complete their FAFSA and their financial budget, and they are automatically considered for available scholarships throughout the year. I'm excited to present 6 scholarships tonight, totaling $8,750 to deserving Richland Center High School seniors. The first scholarship is the Lori Gordney Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $250. The recipient must be enrolled to a first or second year cosmetology student at Southwest Tech. The recipient is Kaylin Morris. The next scholarship is the Dairyland Power Cooperative Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. The recipient must be enrolled in the Electrical Power Distribution Program at Southwest Tech. The recipient is Ethan Bodendine. The Garrison L. Lincoln Scholarship in the amount of $1,500 each. The recipients must be a Richland County resident. The recipients are Isabel Kratzenberg and Logan Felton. The Richland Hospital Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $2,500. The recipient must be from the Richland Center area, enrolled in one of the following programs at Southwest Tech: Cancer Information Management, Health Information Technology, Laboratory Science Technician, Medical Assistant, Medical Coding Specialist, Medical Laboratory Technician, Midwifery, Nursing, Physical Therapist, Radiography, or Surgical Technology. The recipient is Riley Spencer. Finally, it is my privilege to award the Lenz Family Endowment Scholarship in the amount of $2,000. Mr. Fred Lenz believed in the importance of technical education and that every person should be able to obtain a post-secondary education. Southwest Tech awards a $2,000 scholarship in each of the 30 school districts we serve because of the generosity and positive difference a philanthropic person can make on money. Since 1999, this scholarship has awarded $798,000 to students across the 30 school districts we serve, demonstrating the lasting impact one person's generosity can have. This year's recipient is Arizona Baby. Congratulations. The next presenter is Andrew Troxel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, class of 26, congratulations. I am the current head football coach at Richland Center High School. Our program has been around for 124 years. I don't know who they played in 1902, but I bet they played Prairie and probably beat them. I know. Tonight I get to present a scholarship on behalf of our nonprofit organization, Hornet Youth Football. Hornet Youth Football is a scholarship that's given to a student who has volunteered with our youth program and chose to give back to some of our future Hornets. It's not necessarily about stats or accolades, it's about the time they invest in the next generation of kids. This year's recipient has had a tremendous asset to our youth football program in a variety of ways. Whether it was mentoring younger athletes or stepping in to officiate games, he was always willing to help wherever our program needed him. Many of our youth players knew exactly who he was, and they knew exactly when he was there. They were excited about this varsity athlete and caliber he showed up, or when he showed up to support him. His presence spoke volumes to many of our younger athletes and reinforced what it means to be part of Hornet football. What stood out most was his consistency. There was never concern about whether he would show up or follow through. He was someone we could always depend on. In a senior class filled with athletes who volunteered and represented our program well, his level of involvement stood out. He consistently gave up his time to make their experience better for our youth players and their coaches. I think it's also important to recognize that student athletes often juggle far more than people realize. The amount of time they invest in their sport, their craft, their academics, lifting, practice, travel. The competition is significant. Despite those demands, this individual still chose to go above and beyond in service to others. That says a great deal about his character and priorities. He understood that being a Hornet means more than just competing on Friday nights. It means investing in those who come after him. This scholarship is meant to recognize individuals who make a lasting impact on our program and who understand that leadership is about service to others. We're proud to recognize someone who has embodied those values and made our youth program stronger through his commitment and example. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of a Hornet Youth Football Scholarship for 2026, Mr. Brady Dosh. I welcome my fellow co-presenter, Mr. Trust. The next scholarship is the Troxel Family Scholarship.
First of all, I just wanted to say I'm really enthused by this young man in the front row here that is so supportive of his sister. I just want to say that. Well, I just want to say congratulations to the class of 2026. You did it. And congratulations to the parents of the class of 2026. You did it. I know you're all excited to graduate and start this new chapter in your life, but I would like to take a minute and have you think about the people who helped you get where you are today. Besides your parents and family, there was someone who made a difference in your life. Was it a teacher, a principal, a maintenance person, a coach, a secretary, a counselor, or someone else? I established this scholarship several years ago in honor of my sons, Andy, aka Coach Troxel, aka Mr. Troxel, and Aaron, because just like you, they received scholarships from people and businesses they didn't know. We instilled in them how important it is to give back and pay it forward when you're able to. I grew up on a farm, and there were 10 of us in my family. There was no extra money. That can be hard when you are in school and you don't have some of the same things as other kids. Besides my parents, who taught us to work hard and always do our best, one of the people that changed my life was a person who worked in the lunch line. Even though we didn't have the same opportunities as others, she always treated me with dignity and respect. Her name was Mrs. Harriet Schrader, and she still lives here in Richland Center. I never forgot her kindness and the role model she was for me. Every opportunity I get, I follow her example and I pay it forward. I hope in the future you all will do the same.
It's a special honor for me to present the Troxel Family Scholarship. My mother graduated from RCHS in 1978, I graduated in 2003, and my brother in 2005. Needless to say, orange runs pretty deep in our family, and so does our belief in giving back to the community that helped shape us. This scholarship is awarded to a student who demonstrates strong leadership, humility, and authentic commitment to their school and their community. The recipient is someone who leads quietly but powerfully, and I've seen this firsthand in the classroom. Someone who shows up, puts in the work, and treats others with dignity and respect. And this year's recipient is someone who has always been genuine and authentic. They are very unapologetic of who they are, and it's amazing to watch that. They're not afraid to speak their mind, defend their beliefs, and stand firm in their ideals, even when it may be uncomfortable to do so. What makes that especially impressive is that their opinions and perspectives are not rooted in emotion alone. They are thoughtful, intelligent, and well-informed. They carry themselves with confidence while still showing respect for others around them. Beyond that, they have consistently pushed through and are involved in multiple extracurricular activities while working to improve their own situation outside of school. Their work ethic, resilience, their grit, and commitment reflect many of the same values that run deep within our own family. Those traits are not always easy to find, and they deserve to be recognized and celebrated. This person represents exactly what we hoped for when we created this scholarship, and I've truly enjoyed watching him grow into a young person of strong character and incredible potential. It's my honor to co-award the Troxel Family Scholarship to Ms. Sylvia Schmidt.
Sorry, there's several here, I just need to get them organized. I serve on the board of directors for the union. The union is an after-school educational outreach program. It pairs students with educators so that every student has the opportunity to be their best self. We would encourage everyone to come and check it out. We are located in the bottom of the Richland Center City Auditorium. It is open to any student in any school, and there is no cost involved. It is open to if there is a certain subject that you need some help on, we will find that person to help you. Also, teachers hold AP reviews in different subjects there at certain times, which can really help lower the cost of higher education classes. We operate strictly on grants and donations that we receive. We are always looking for peer tutors, or we put a major emphasis on volunteerism and giving back to our community. We will be presenting two $500 scholarships this evening. Our first scholarship goes to Mason Myers. Our second scholarship goes to a young lady who volunteered a lot of her time. She gave up a lot of her nights to come and help students learn math from the primary and intermediate school. And I'd like to congratulate Brindlin Knable. I serve on the board of directors for the Joan Woodman Orton McCollum Foundation, or better known as the Woodman Foundation. Our board would like to congratulate all the seniors from the class of 2026. We wish each of you all the best as you pursue your dreams and goals. Tonight, you will receive scholarships from many people and organizations that you don't know, but our board hopes you will remember this, and in the future years, if you are able, you will pay it forward to another senior who is graduating. I would like to take just a moment to share with you who Joan was. Joan was born and raised in the Casanova area. After she graduated, she moved to Chicago to get her nursing degree. There she met Mr. Orton, who was a wealthy industrialist, and they were married. She traveled the world, but she never forgot about where she grew up, and after Mr. Orton passed away, Joan returned to Richland County to take care of her ailing parents. A few years after that, Joan married Dr. E.C. McCollum. Unfortunately, 6 months after they were married, Dr. McCollum suffered a stroke, and Joan cared for him for 13 years before he passed away. In the following years, Joan's siblings had also passed, and Joan had no children to pass her estate on to. Joan had a love for life and a zest for living. One of the first things she did is move several one-room schoolhouses onto her farm and turn them into bunks for the Boy Scouts. She wanted them to experience being in the country and using the skills that they had learned. I remember our sons going there when they were young Boy Scouts. With the rest of her estate, she started a foundation to give back to many worthwhile projects and organizations that are 501c3 nonprofits in Richland County and the surrounding area. Upon her death, Joan gifted her entire farm to the Boy Scouts of America. Since the foundation was established, it has pledged to give back over $3 million. I often think about how many lives Joan has touched through the Woodman Aquatic Center, the Woodman Birthing Center at the Richland Hospital, the Woodman Veterans Memorial, the Woodman Senior Center, and the Woodman Dog Park. We have also given funds to the restoration of the AD German Warehouse, the Richland Center City Auditorium Elevator Project, and several organizations such as fire departments, ambulance services, the Boaz Mastodon Building, school projects such as for Richland Center Wrestling and cross-country programs, Hornet Summer Football, Ithaca's Joyce Tables and Ithaca's Outdoor Light Project, the Weston Sheep Barn, Grace, Pine Valley Manor, Riverdale Library, and the list goes on. Joan's legacy will continue to live through her foundation. I would like to encourage, and this is for everyone in the audience, I would like to encourage the public to reach out to me if you have a need for funding for a 501c3 nonprofit. I also serve on the board for the Community Foundation of Southwest Wisconsin, which consists of 7 counties. I represent Richland County. We would love to help you with your projects if we can. This will be our 3rd year giving scholarships to graduating seniors in several area schools. I'm sure it was very difficult for your selection committee to pick, as you all would be very deserving. Today, Joan has touched the life of Mason Meyer. One of the requirements that we ask is for the students to write an essay if they could donate to any 501c3 organization, who would it be and why? And one of the things that after they had picked the recipient, we asked for the essays that the students had written. So I would like, in addition to Mason, I would like to have Kieran Culver come up, Madeline Muller, and Brenlyn Knable. Mason wrote about the Richland Center Food Pantry and how thankful he was that the different clubs at the schools do food drives to help the pantry and families in our community. Karen wrote about the Cooch Mountain Humane Society and how funding would allow for cats to receive optimal care and for more animals to be helped. Madeline wrote about the Richland Wrestling and especially about the girls program, how it impacted her and other athletes and gave them the opportunity to find discipline, confidence, and leadership. Brenlyn wrote about the Richland Center Flag Park. As she wrote, the park stands as a lasting tribute to those who have served our country, representing sacrifice, freedom, and unity within our community. And I just wanted everyone to know that a donation will be made to each of their organizations in their honor. Thank you. Here. Stacy and Randy Olson and their families would like to congratulate the graduating class of 2026. They wish each of you the very best. Daryl Olson was a young farmer who was married with 2 young children. Daryl was injured in a farming accident and became paralyzed from the waist down. Daryl was determined to not let this accident define him. He bought a dump truck and started hauling loads of dirt and gravel. Then he bought another truck, and so on. Soon, Daryl Olson Trucking became one of the most successful and respected trucking companies in the area. When Daryl passed away a few years ago, there was a long convoy of trucks after the funeral that followed to the cemetery. They all blew their horns together, and then one by one, their horns stopped until there was only one lone horn, and then it went silent. This was a man that had earned all their respect for his courage, determination, and inspiration. Daryl met every day with a smile and a laugh. He wanted to prove that no matter the unimaginable hardships that life gives you, you will have the resilience to overcome them. His son, Randy, continues what his father started with Randy Olson Trucking. Daryl's legacy continues through his children. Randy and Stacy give this scholarship in honor of their father. Congratulations to Cutler Palmer. I would like to take just a moment and give a special thanks. I think we kind of need to give them a round of applause to the counselors, the foundation board, and the scholarship committee, because their job is not easy, as there are so many deserving students for all these different scholarships. So I'd like to give them a round of applause. Wallace Cooper and Elliott Insurance Agency has proudly served the Richland County and surrounding areas since 1947. On behalf of our staff, we would like to wish the graduating seniors from the class of 26 the very best as they pursue their future goals and dreams. Our staff takes great pride in giving back to our community through worthwhile events and projects, especially when it involves our youth. Through the years, we have awarded scholarships to many area schools as well as UW-Platteville Richland. This year, our scholarship goes to Riley Spencer. And the next presenter will be Julie Downa and Randy Walton with Westby Co-op Credit Union.
Julie and I are here representing WCCU Credit Union, a local member-owned financial cooperative. Each year, we are pleased to provide $500 scholarships to area graduating seniors who are members or children of members of WCCU. In 2026, we will be awarding over 20 scholarships to our field of membership. On behalf of WCCU Credit Union, I would like to congratulate William Bailing on receiving this scholarship tonight.
Go Will.
And next up, Westbrook Associate Engineers, Aaron Palmer.
Good evening. I'm Aaron Palmer, owner of Westbrook Associated Engineers, and here tonight to present our scholarship. So the Westbrook Associated Engineers Scholarship is a competitive scholarship awarded to a student from one of 29 high schools in southwest Wisconsin. As a graduate of RCHS myself, I'm privileged to be back here for the second year in a row to give it to another future graduate of Richland Center High School, Kate Bachman.
Hello, I'm John Granger, and I belong to Chapter 78 on vets. I'm a life member, and what we do is, we give out, this year we're giving out 11 scholarships of $1,000 each. But they go to Kickapoo, Hillsborough, Richland Center, Riverdale, Boscombe, Spring Green, Ithaca, and Weston. And this year's recipient, and what they have to do is they have to interview a Vietnam vet. Now, as a junior, you can also apply for one of these. And if you get one, you will not get it until you graduate. But then as your senior year, you can apply again. And this year goes to Richland School. Next up will be Big Jim Philbeck Memorial Scholarship, Kara Lemke.
Good evening. As you can tell, I might not be quite as good looking as Kara. And I want to congratulate all of the class of 2026. And secondly, if I known this money was out there, I might have went to school a little more. It is awesome. This is the first year of this scholarship for the Big Jim Philbeck Memorial Scholarship. Mark wanted to be here tonight, but he couldn't be here, and so he called me to do it for him. Jim was a good friend of mine, and it's an honor to do it for him. He mostly believed in hard work, service, community, investing in the next generation, whether through his years of serving in the military, or leading Philbeck Ford, supporting agriculture, or giving back to the communities he loved. He lived a life built on dedication and integrity. This scholarship was created to recognize the students who reflect those same values and who is pursuing careers in automotive, or medical, military, or agricultural fields. It's my honor to announce this year's recipient of the James Philbeck Memorial Scholarship of $1,000. Happens to be my granddaughter, Madeline Moore. Congratulations on this achievement and for representing the values and dedication of leadership in the community that Big Jim stood for so proudly. We are excited to see that all your future holds and the positive impact that you will continue to make in your life. You want that big info. Yeah, I don't think that's me. Love it. All right, so anyway, our next presenter will be Kara Lemke, unless she changed her mind.
All right, the first scholarship I will be presenting is the Richland Hospital and Clinic Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to someone pursuing a career in healthcare. The student chosen for this scholarship is hardworking, compassionate, and has a bright future ahead of them. The recipient of this Richland Hospital and Clinic Scholarship is Riley Spencer. Congratulations. Bruce Bogle Memorial Scholarship. Bruce Bogle graduated from Richland Center High School and then attended UW La Crosse. He retired as the president of Orion Corporation. The Bruce Bogle Memorial Scholarship is awarded to incoming UW La Crosse freshmen. This year's recipient is Madeline Muller. Center Pharmacy. Center Pharmacy is a locally owned independent pharmacy proudly serving the Richland Center community since 1982. They offer a personalized customer service experience you expect from a locally owned store. This year's recipient of the Center Pharmacy Scholarship is Cruz Salazar. The Golden Gallon Scholarship. This is open to all students enrolled in any post-secondary school and who have exhibited dairy cattle at the Richland County Junior Fair Show. The recipient of the Golden Gallon Scholarship this year is Wyatt Banker. This year's recipients of the Richland Center Youth Bowling Scholarship are Logan Felton and Kyle Scheidegger. Logan and Kyle worked hard to earn this money by showing up to bowling each day and helping with fundraising events. The more time the person contributes, the more money they are able to earn. Congratulations, Logan and Kyle. The Richland Center Primary School PTO Scholarship goes to 2 students each year who attended a school in the Richland School District during 5K through 2nd grade, completed community service hours, and volunteered in the community. You've shown hard work and dedication. We encourage you to continue to push towards your goals. This is the beginning of a bright future for you. Congratulations, Grayson Clemens and Rainey Walsh. The following scholarships are being awarded today through the extreme generosity of Richland Electric Cooperative. One of the 7 principles that guide cooperatives in their day-to-day business is concern for community. The actual principle reads, while focusing on member needs, cooperatives work for the substantial development of their communities through policies accepted by their members. Richland Electric Cooperative knows that the education of our youth is vital in meeting the future challenges of our communities. Richland Electric has been at the forefront of providing new technologies and services that benefit not only our members, but the greater Richland County area as well. Through the bottled water program initiated by Richland Electric Cooperative, they are proud to be able to provide monetary assistance for scholarships to area students continuing their education next year. The extreme generosity of Richland Electric Cooperative not only provides the scholarships we will be awarding today to students who have been involved in extracurricular activities throughout their high school career, but it also allows our school's extracurricular clubs to earn additional money for their chosen activities. This year's recipients are Wyatt Banker, Grayson Clements, Landon Francesca, and Natalie Schaller. Richland Electric Cooperative was formed in 1936 and was the first electric cooperative in the state of Wisconsin. They currently serve Richland, Crawford, Sauk, and Vernon counties. Organized as a cooperative for the last 90 years, they have over 3,250 members and more than 1,000 miles of line that they maintain. But at Richland Electric, they don't just provide electricity, they also help to power our community by reinvesting in the growth of the Richland Center and surrounding areas. Whether it is supporting local schools, sponsoring community events, or enhancing infrastructure, they are deeply committed to improving the community in which we all work and live. Tonight, we are excited to celebrate the achievements of 3 outstanding high school seniors, not only to recognize their hard work and dedication, but also to support them as they take the next step toward their future endeavors. I am honored to present the scholarship to Brady Dash, Madeline Muller, and Natalie Schaller. The Wisconsin Rural Schools Alliance is a statewide organization with over 250 members, including school districts, CSAs, technical colleges, universities, individuals, and business associate members dedicated to strengthening and preserving Wisconsin's rural school districts. A rural school district is critical to the community it serves, and WRSA's goals are to work collaboratively to solve issues pertinent to rural schools and communities and to advocate for rural schools at the local, state, and federal levels. WRSA is honored to offer 15 senior scholarships among our 4 regions of the state, and we have many outstanding students graduating from our rural school districts. It is my distinct pleasure to provide a 1,000 WRSA scholarship to Kieran Culver. And now we'll have a member of the foundation.
My name is Jamie Reckner. I'm the co-treasurer for the foundation, also a graduate of Richland High School. The first scholarship minimum award is the Vitus and Julie Burke Scholarship. They were committed to education, athletics, and the Richland Center community. Vitus was a physical education teacher and coach. Julie was an elementary school teacher at Down Elementary. This year's scholarship recipient is Ethan Bindle. The next scholarship is the Carletta Heidi Scholarship. The contributions of Carletta Heidi to this school district, even to the Richland County area, are too numerous to count. The Carletta Heidi Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Rainey Walsh. The next scholarship is the Chris Durst Memorial Music Scholarship. As a very talented and gifted musician, Chris Durst shared his talent with others in the school and in the community. This scholarship is given in his memory by his family, and the recipient is Mia Chambers. The next scholarship is the David Downa Family Scholarship. The David Downa Family Scholarship has been developed in appreciation for the support and solid foundation that was provided to David, Vicki, Julie, and Brian Downa by their parents, Bradley and Betty, and the community and the Richland Center School District. This year's recipient of the David Downa Family Scholarship is Brendan Pinnacle.
Good evening, Greg Openauer, the Vice President of the Foundation. Congratulations, graduates. Next scholarship is the Dorothy Chitwood Memorial Scholarship. Dorothy was employed at the ASCS office from 1944 to 1973. She loved all kinds of sports, football, baseball, especially the St. Louis Cardinals. Dorothy and her husband Carl spent a lot of time fishing and camping. She loved gardening, especially her flowers. It was a pleasure to announce the recipient of Dorothy Chitwood Memorial Scholarship to Maggie Edwards. The Early Bird Scholarship. The Richland School District Foundation presents a scholarship to encourage seniors to complete and submit local scholarship applications early. I am pleased to announce an Early Bird Scholarship to Cruz Salazar. The Family Thrift Shop. The Richland Center is pleased to award this year's scholarship to Elise Staslin and Gavin Joseph. Garrison, oh, I'm sorry. Garrison Lincoln was born and raised in Richland Center. He attended Richland Center High School and earned a degree in the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Garrison Lincoln was a teacher and taught in several communities. Garrison never forgot his roots in Richland Center and wanted to give back in the community. Therefore, he established the scholarship fund for students to attend UW-Madison in his will. This year's recipient of Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship is Colonel Culver. James Altman Memorial Scholarship. James Altman grew up in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He went to Harvard and received a degree also from the University of Madison. Most James' professional life was spent in Madison as an assistant attorney general for the state of Wisconsin. He valued honesty, loyalty, laughter, the ability to think, and the pursuit of education. Jim died unexpectedly at the age of 53. His wife Joyce established a scholarship in Jim's name to help young people in the area he enjoyed so much pursue the education goals. This year's recipient of James Altman Memorial Scholarship is Rayanne Ross.
Good evening. I am Kathy Maloney. I am the secretary of the Richland School District Foundation. The next scholarship I'll be presenting is for the Mora and Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship. The Mora and Garrison Lincoln family, administrators of their scholarship program through the Madison Community Foundation, 4 $1,000 scholarships are awarded to the students who are residents of Richland County and are enrolled in an institution in the state of Wisconsin. I am pleased to present the 2026 Mora and Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarships to Isabel Kratzenberg, Olivia Manet, Sylvia Schmidt, and Devin Woodhouse.
I love you, Mom and Dad.
All right. Next, I have the Alita Hines Memorial Scholarship. Alita Hines graduated from Richland Teachers College. She and her husband operated Strang Heating and Electric in Richland Center with her brother Holly Strang for many years. I am pleased to present this year's scholarships to Cutler Palmer and Gabriel Josem. All right. I have the Ridge and Valley Renegades Snowmobile Club. The Ridge and Valley Renegades Snowmobile Club, through this scholarship, wish to encourage continuing education to all graduating from high school. We would like to remind everyone that continuing education is a lifetime journey and hope this scholarship plays a part in reinforcing this for the student who is awarded this scholarship. The The recipient of the Ridge and Valley Renegades Snowmobile Club Scholarship is Wyatt Baker. Next, I have the Sam Helmuth Memorial Scholarship. Samuel Helmuth's cousin, Christopher and Casey Jarr, are obviously family, but also 2012 graduating classmates of Sam's. At their 10th class reunion, they coordinated fundraising efforts from classmates, family, and friends to make this scholarship possible. Sam's love for his UW Eau Claire College experience, coupled with his love of all things geology, makes for the perfect scholarship. This year's recipient of the Sam Helmuth Scholarship is Ethan Bindle. The Strang Family Scholarship. The Strang Family Scholarship is given to a graduating senior that exhibits and values character, community, industry, and humanity. This scholarship is intended for a student that gives their very best to their studies, school, and community. The kind of senior that makes the school a better place. This year's Strang Family Scholarship recipient is Devin Woodhouse.
All right, so finishing off the foundation scholarships, I will be giving out the Vernon Jenkins and Sandy Ocean Jenkins Scholarship. Vernon J. Jenkins was a graduate from Richland Center High School in 1954. After attending the University of Wisconsin-Platteville for a short time, he joined the U.S. Air Force and was stationed in Portland, Oregon. Vernon married Sandra Hilsheim in 1957. After his honorable discharge from the Air Force, he attended Portland State University, graduated in 1961 and 1963 with degrees in mathematics and economics. Vernon worked for Tektronix, Inc., a major electronics firm in Beaverton, Oregon. He retired in 1989 as a corporate financial executive. He and his wife established a scholarship fund to benefit high school seniors who are good students in pursuing their future careers. We'd like to congratulate the following people for this scholarship. Brady Dosh, Haley Rothray, Cruz Salazar, Ella Cairns, Abe Bosworth, Maggie Keller, Taylor Wirtz, and Ryan Seth. Right. Now we've got the William James Brick Memorial Scholarship. This year's recipient is Will Bailey.
Will.
All right. Next, we've got the Willow Community Foundation Scholarship. The Willow Community Foundation was established in the early 90s by longtime residents of Willow Township, Fred and Hazel Pauls. The foundation assets consist of the Willow Community Building, formerly a grade school for Ithaca schools, students in Lloyd, over 200 acres of ground now used in part as the Ithaca School Forest, and a financial portfolio. The Willow Community Foundation is by a 5-member board of trustees that help provide opportunities for residents of Willow Township. Today, the Willow Community Foundation is happy to provide a scholarship to the following student, Ryan Stepp. Last for the foundation is the Levon and Dean Brathwaite Memorial Scholarship. The Levon and Dean Brathwaite Memorial Scholarships are awarded to students involved in the music program or entering college for teaching. This year's recipients are Kieran Culver and Elise. And next up, we've got Lisa Bailey with the Richland County Campus Foundation.
Good evening. Congratulations to the Richland Center High School graduates, the faculty and staff, and of course, the families. As the executive of the Richland County Campus Foundation, it is an honor to be here tonight to award these wonderful scholarships. Let's have a bit of fun for the graduates tonight. I have a UW Richland alum that's going to join us in the celebration. Rocky, are you here?
Oh my God.
Yes, I had to get him out of retirement and have him join us in the celebration tonight. The legacy of our Richland campus lives on through the many scholarships we award to the local graduates. Our scholarship program starts with the scholarship application on our website, which is open January 1st to March 1st. From there, an independent selection committee reviews and decides the awards given to the applicants who are pursuing an associate or bachelor's degree at an accredited Wisconsin college or university. For the past 3 years, in addition to supporting high school seniors, we've expanded our support to local continuing college students. This means that college students can apply for scholarships every year until you've completed your degree. Even if you didn't apply for this year, please apply. Junior year, senior year, sophomore year, please apply. We'd love to give you some money for your schooling. The endowed annual funds entrusted to the foundation have given us the opportunity to award 103 local students over $127,000 for the 26-27 academic year. This evening, we'll be awarding over $23,000 to 17 of these Richland Center graduates. I have a couple guests with me today. The first of our special awards, Rotarian Richard Waslick, is here to present on behalf of the Rotary Club of Richland County.
Good evening. I'm here to present the Rotary Bob Slama and Steve Kennedy Memorial Scholarship. Bob Slama came to Richland Center as a Wisconsin Power and Light Manager. Shortly after he joined Rotary Club, he caught the spirit of Rotary International motto, service above self. He led the club in bringing the first Kids from Wisconsin high-energy teenager music, singing with a band, and dance show to Richland Center. His untimely death from cancer in 1987 at a young age ended his personal devotion to his service above self activity. This activity went beyond Rotary. Steve Kennedy was a respected employee and announcer at WRCO. His distinguished voice was often heard graciously supporting and reporting on activities, projects, and events of the Rotary Club of Richland County. His death early in life from cancer left us missing him. Rotarians graduate you in the pursuit of your advanced studies and degrees in business and finance at UW Whitewater. Bob Slama and Steve Kennedy honor and memory. I present Rotary Bob Slama Steve Kennedy Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500 to Bryn Knievel.
Okay, So we can't let her walk off with just one scholarship. So Bryn is also receiving a Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $700 and the Velma Allen Memorial Scholarship for $750 for a total of $1,950. Okay, my second award will be presented by Keith Bailey, and it is the Keith and Dottie Endowed Scholarship. So Keith, come on up.
Just in case you were wondering, the Roadrunner can speak Spanish. It gives me great pleasure to present this new endowed scholarship in the name of Keith and Dorothy Bailey Endowed Scholarship. This is the first year for it. Dorothy, better known as Dottie, believed in post-high school education. She took advantage of personal development and self-improvement opportunities throughout her life. As a result, she became a very respected and successful professional investment advisor and security broker here in Richland Center. For me, my journey to become an agricultural engineer in 1961, I received a whopping big scholarship of $150. I don't know how that equates in today's dollars, but it was very beneficial at that time. After her passing in 2023, and with my attendance in this auditorium for the 2025 Scholarship Awards Night, watching students receive scholarships, it struck me that I should establish the Keith and Dottie Endowed Scholarship to help deserving graduates with financial assistance. So as with this, I'd also like to mention to this outstanding group of seniors that I want to thank them for taking grandson William under their wing to help guide him through the avenues of Richland Center High School. So thank you, graduates. It gives me great pleasure to provide a $500 scholarship to a very speedy young man, Ryan Sadler.
Okay, we can't let him walk away either. So in addition to the Bailing Scholarship, we are also giving Ryan an Opportunity Scholarship for $900 for a total of $1,400. Okay, our next recipient is receiving an Opportunity Scholarship for $1,000, Simon's Charitable Trust Scholarship for $750, and an Edmund Gust Memorial Scholarship for $200 for a total of $1,950. Brady Dosh. The next recipient will be receiving the George and Dorothy Burkholz Memorial Scholarship for $800 and a Simon's Charitable Trust Scholarship in the amount of $200 for a total of $1,000 to Chloe Hyden. Next recipient is receiving a Dr. Floyd and Dr. Barbara Blackmore Science Scholarship in the amount of $1,200 and the Joe and May Smart Memorial Scholarship for $200 for a total of $1,400 to Cruz Salazar. Okay, next, the Edgar and Artist Sengstock Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $425 and an Opportunity Scholarship in the amount of $975, total of $1,400 to Ella Cairns. A Clara Westerdahl Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500 to Eliza Ortsma. A Van Ferguson Memorial Scholarship for $150, Maynard Jones Scholarship for $400, Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship $850, for a total of $1,400 to Grayson Clements. An Opportunity Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, the Robert Stahl Memorial Scholarship for $400, $1,400 for Haley Rothery. The Flick Trust Scholarship for $1,000, Charles and Lucille Van Antwerp Memorial Scholarship for $550, Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship for $400, total of $1,950, Kieran Culver. I saw that McKenna is not here. No. I'm just going to say her award. The Guinness and Halsey Reinhardt Memorial Scholarship for $225, Robert C. and Mary Eleanor Jenkins Scholarship for $100, Simon's Charitable Trust Scholarship for $675, for a total of $1,000 for McKenna Anderson. Opportunity Scholarship for $1,000, Mary Barnes Memorial Scholarship for $550, Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship for $400, total of $1,950 for Mason Miner. Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship for $300, and Bonnie Hardy Memorial Scholarship for $200, total of $500 for Natalie Schaller. Flick Trust Scholarship for $1,000, and the Robert and Margaret Canothy Scholarship for $400, total of $1,400 for Rainey Walsh. Carter and Georgia Harrison Scholarship for $300, Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship for $200, total of $500 for Taylor Fritz. The Garrison Lincoln Memorial Scholarship for $550, Lily Hanson Memorial Scholarship for $550, and the Clara Westerdahl Memorial Scholarship for $300 for Valerie Falker, total of $1,400. And last but certainly not least, an Opportunity Scholarship for $1,000, the Woods Family Scholarship for $850, and the Simon's Charitable Trust Scholarship for $100, for a total of $1,950. Go Will!
Go Will.
That is all of mine. Thank you. The next is there other? No, no others. So,
Okay, I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Thank you to the scholarship program organizers, the guidance department, the school district foundation, board, high school scholarship committee, Garrison Lincoln UW-Madison committee, and the school district foundation board again. Thank you to all the presenters here. Thank you to the family. Thank you to the students. If you guys would like to join us out into the lobby for refreshments, there's an opportunity to take pictures out there with some of the donors. And then after the reception, there will be the senior night here in the auditorium, and there's students are invited back for that. Thank you all for coming. Have a great night.
connection.